Alright, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy King Gabe, and looking like a giant, like the Transformers in the movie, both the Maximals and Autobots, and of course their enemies, the Terracons. Yep. Yep, I have gone, as you probably aware, I have gone to see Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Yep, and yeah, one reason for this angle because I'm doing this on my phone because apparently my at the moment my laptop's kind of going crazy a little bit there. Hope, like I say, hopefully it get back to normal. But I didn't want to spend all night trying to fool with it today. So, well, spend all night trying to fool with it. I mean, anywho, enough about that. So anyway, want to hear what I my review of the movie from what I saw with no notes, of course. Also, fair warning, just like any other reviews in general, there are going to be spoilers, and I make that specifically known now because, of course, this was an early showing that we went to, and yeah, because it's supposed to be like come out on the ninth. Usually, the earliest that movies over in my area show would be like the night before, sometime that evening. But yeah, usually like kind of evening into the night before the official release date that's advertised. But this was a special showing. Was only which was at 7 o'clock tonight. It was only one showing, by the way. So yeah, and I know there's gonna be more with the premiere of it. So we went on and thought we'd go on and see it early. Uh, so give you a, so now that you know there's gonna be spoilers, let's dive right into it. First off, first thing I gotta let you know before going into it, there is no rat trap in there. I know at the end of my music video I was like, hope they put my boy Rat Trap in there. I've even commented on some videos relating to some of the trailers and stuff. Just kind of expressing that I hope Rat Trap was in there. I had one reply to my comment. A few people thought he was were kind of like me, thinking like, yeah, he's gonna be in there, because he's the main Maximal from Beast Wars there. And I know, yeah, I know it's gonna be this is an adaptation. Things are kind of different, but yeah, I was thinking they would still, have him in there just like they did for not only Beast War but also Transformers Kingdom. Because, like I say, from what I see, like with Bumblebee and in this movie, they seem like they sort of seem to be kind of more styled like the Netflix Transformers series, with the whole war on Cybertron, and now with the Maximals inclusion and stuff like that. So they seem like they drawing more from that, more so with a little bit of the nostalgia of G1 and Beast Wars, but yeah, more so from the Netflix series and maybe a little bit from other recent Transformers series. um, so yeah, there's no rat trap, and of course, and oh yeah, person replied to me expressing myself in the comment section, talking about telling me no, he wasn't. Now, okay, yes, we found out that he isn't. But one thing I really wish that person that, and I not even told him or her. I was like, look, I want to find out for myself. This is just, this is just, like venting. You know how people express how they feel about certain things. Yeah, but I want to find out for myself. So, come down at me trying to, say, well, no, because like explaining, well, if they were, they were, about the toy line and stuff like that. Um, and one thing I stated, well, okay, well, what if he is, and they keep him a surprise like they did, with Spider-Man No Way Home. You remember how they made it where in the trailers you just saw Tom Holland going up against all the villains, and when you go see the movie, you see Toby and Andrew. Now, of course, a lot of people knew they were going to be in there from the start, and were even hoping that, like I was with Rat Trap, uh, and to the point where Marvel was like, no, they're not going to be in there. So, and then surprised us with it. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be something like that at first. Um, and they was talking about if he was gonna be in it, they would have put a toy out there. Well, well, about that toy line, well, uh, they have released toys of other Transformers that were not in this movie under the Rise of the Beast toy line. There is a Rise of the Beast Decepticon Megatron in Walmart. Yeah, Decepticon Megatron. And people were speculating that he would be in the movie because of his toy release, and he's not in it. So, hello. There, sometime thing. So, yeah, like I say, yeah, Rat Trap may not be in the movie, but you know, sometimes things can be a little different than what we be expecting in the toy line. You know, if you're going by like the toy line and stuff like that, yeah, it, cause I mean, they got other toys of stuff that obviously is not going to be in the movie. Like they had a gator transformer, had a tiger that transformed into a weapon and stuff like that. Yeah, so I mean, obviously they gonna make hundreds of different toys, some which won't, which yeah, you know won't be in no movie. Uh, they there was talk of the Predacons being in there. Only one that showed up, if you consider it a Predacon, was just Scorponok clones. Yeah, so you ain't get no Predacon Megatron or any of his troops or anything like that. Basically just the Maximals and Autobots against Terracons and a bunch of Scorponoks. So, and some other little, I guess, minion bots that they had with them. Foot soldiers, you know. Gotta have some of those, you know. Uh, but yeah, that's basically it. And like I say, I well didn't really like the fact of not having my boy Retro, but like I say, I still enjoyed the movie. And like I said, the only thing, you know, when I express myself about certain things, you know, as far as like, well, I hope this is in a movie or this is in a movie. Let me, people, let me go. Just let me vent, and I'll go find out for myself. Maybe it will be in the movie, maybe it will not, but let me find out for myself, okay? That's all I ask. Let me find out for myself. You know, don't try to go into a conversation of telling me, you know, oh no, this no no no, because if this would be this and that would be that. Just let me find out, okay? Because like I say, some they say that's the all part of the surprise. So, yep. All right. So let's get down into it. Ranted about that. Um, so starts off. They go right into the action, and I got to tell you, we came in there right at the start of the movie. We left early to to get there, use the restroom and go to the concession stand. Boy, that concession stand line was long. Lord have mercy. I mean, okay, yes, I get, yeah, and I mean that's not a unusual thing, but no, what was unusual about this line? This line was all the way back to the ticket to where you check your tickets at, and this is a Wednesday of all days too. Okay, which okay, summertime and kids out of school and all, but yeah, it's I don't know, it just seemed like kind of unusual. Maybe, and yeah, maybe because it's nighttime. Maybe I guess if it was a daytime showing or something like that, maybe it wouldn't be a whole lot of them. And then it could, and then on top of that, yeah, it again the movie premieres on the 9th, and this is an early showing. So yeah, you did get there was a lot of people in there. So probably most of the people in that line were going to see Rise of Beast, so I guess that could be part of it. But whoa, it was a long line, 2 lines to be exact, and it was like these, they would, yeah, a lot of, let's say it was a few workers in there. Then we finally get up there, so I'm thinking we at least gonna, because it's showing at 7 o'clock. I'm thinking we're gonna at least 7:15. We get in there, maybe then kind of about to maybe show like the last trailer or two before the movie starts. And then it's these 2 ladies in there. Oh my god! ordering, I guess, for a bunch of other people that's with them, like a party or something, like, and there's only two of y'all up there. Yeah, you order. Here's a note to people: if you're ordering for a large party of people, sort of like, I guess, the equivalent of a birthday party or something, or just a lot of people in general, two things: either pre-order that stuff before you get there so you can be ready when you get there, or or at least you be in the line with all the people that's with you. So that way, each of the people in your party can carry some of that stuff. And these two ladies are carrying six things of popcorn and all that. Like, and then going back and forth with the clerk of, well, is that size the same thing as this? What and what is this? What? Get your snacks and get on there. This ain't ordering Applebee's. Had to vent that out there, but so we get in there about 7:30, and the movie's supposed to be starting because obviously they're gonna show trailers and stuff. Uh, so we were lucky to get in there right at the start of the movie, right when Optimus was calling all Autobots. Well, actually, he wasn't calling it. They saw a signal in the sky that was, I think, supposed to signal, for the transwarp key. One thing I gotta say, they dive right into this. Yeah, it wasn't because I kind of was just curious about how long the movie's gonna be since you got Maximals, Autobots. People were speculating the Predacons being in this again, which yeah, is just basically them against the Terracons, and of course trying to stop Unicron. So yeah, but even with just that, yeah, I was thinking like this was gonna kind of be a little lengthy compared to the Bumblebee movie, but surprisingly, the runtime, from the look of it, because like I said, about 7:30 we got in there, and they were just starting. We were leaving out of the theater a little after 9. So, yeah, they actually was not a long movie, and they got a lot taken care of in this movie, and it was still well paced. Things were fleshed out. Um, I gotta say, this, yeah, they're not they're not doing the long extended, like, with the Bayformer movie. And nothing against the I don't have nothing against the Bayformer movie. I did at least 1 through 3. I just didn't like the story in the fourth one, and the fifth one it was hard to follow. But 1 through 3 was some really good movies. They were length, they are long, but they were some good movies. But yeah, I do like the fact that yeah, they was actually able to make this just point 1.1.1.1 point. Yeah, give you all your action. You know what's going on. You follow it well. It's a straight through plot. You get all the character. You get a good amount of characters, and you got yourself a movie. Hmm. Gotta give them credit. I don't know. Now I don't know if future movies are gonna be like that, but or maybe it. I guess it all just depends on what the movie's about and how they write it. So, like I say, and again, like I say, I have no problem with a lengthy movie. I'm just saying that this is impressive. That this what all was going to be in it was condensed into this short amount of time compared to what I kind of because I thought we were going to be in there, like a little over 2 hours there. So yeah, okay, I dig it. So yep, and like I say, so yeah, short. Important thing, yeah, like I say, whether it's a short or long movie, that it was good. So of course, you start off there. Autobots are Optimus is calling all the Autobots because the signal for the transwarp key. This, of course, we immediately meet Noah and a friend of his. He's just pretty much in the beginning and then the end of the movie. This friend of Noah's. Um, he was briefly shown in the trailer when Mirage was on the run and flipped over. That car chase. So yeah, of course, Noah gets a Mirage. They say that he's about to steal them there, and apparently, yeah, just so happened this was an Autobot. So yeah, we get that car chase scene. They get to the Autobots hideout and everything after they lose the police. And of course, Mirage introduces himself to Noah. They have a really because they only show parts of the conversation in that this clip meeting the Autobots because they sort of cut some things out of the YouTube clip. But yeah, the full extended clip, yeah, you and Mirage is like, oh wow, that felt good. You an alien like ET? Look at this way. I look better than ET. So, oh boy. Yeah, no, he's full of himself, but he's still cool though. Kind of a Tony Stark kind of way, I guess you could say, or a Darkwing Duck or something there. Um, the other Autobots show up. Um, they they all come in. You see them all transform, of course, even Optimus Prime. You have to say Prime because you know Optimus Primal is in here too. Optimus Prime is a little ticked off, like, you brought a human here. Oh, I ain't see nothing. I'm not seeing anything right now. They find out, his name and everything. And they talk about, what they see in the sky. They have to find the transwarp key. Mirage talks Noah into helping them out, of course, because we buds. Feel Q-tap. There you go. Now we're friends. So, yeah, they get Noah in on this. They make kind of a little deal. Well, at least Mirage, like I said, Mirage makes a little deal with him. Turns out they show Mirage changing into other stuff other than the Porsche. I think there's a brief moment where he changes into his G1 race car look for a moment. So, so turns out they have to go to the museum to get the transwarp key. Of course, there's a lady there, which we seen her in the trailer. I think Elena, I think her name was, or Ella. They give one of Ella or Elena. I'm gonna say Ella. And of course, her and Noah meet up. She kind of cracked me up when she was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I mean, this girl could move fast too. Of course, she's suspicious about him being there and everything. He tells her why he wants the key. As he describes, these giant robots needed to go home, and she's like, "Are you serious?" And then, of course, the Terracons show up and blast their way into the museum. She's like, "Oh, you were telling the truth." He's like, "Yeah, but those weren't the ones I was with, though." So then you get your fight between the Terracons and Autobots. Scourge and his boys up against them, and the little foot soldiers coming after and Ella and Noah. And there was a scene in the trailer where Bumblebee tried to jump Scourge and stabbed him. You get that scene. Turns out Optimus he got his Energon axe knocked out his hand. Bumblebee tried to save Optimus and ended up getting himself stabbed really hard. And he ends up shutting down for a while. So yeah, for that moment he did. It seems as if he could possibly die. But of course they're going to bring him back at some point. Yeah, they. So after that, turns out how they're. The Terracons end up getting the transfer key, but turns out it's only half of the key. The other half is in Peru, of course, and we meet up with Airazor, who saves them with her fire power, and she leads them to Peru along with also Noah has a brother in this, little brother. I thought it was his son at first. I thought maybe he had like a wife and a kid, but it turned out he lived with his mom and his little brother. So, okay. This is where the next day Stratosphere comes in, the plane transformer. Kind of reminds me of Jetfire because they make him like an old man, but he flies them all the way to Peru. And to get there, Ella and Noah as well, and kind of get to know each other a little bit and everything. And Mirage. And there's even a scene where Mirage kind of informs Noah about, why Optimus is kind of, because Optimus Prime, he's sort of not very is he's not he doesn't hate the humans or anything, but um he's not very trusting of, because and he sort of got this thing of, let's just get what we need and get back home, get off the planet and everything, because he doesn't want to, because obviously he doesn't want to get, the humans involved in, their little war and stuff like that, and end up having to be responsible for, another life form and stuff. So um Mirage kind of tells Noah that, it's a little bit more the Optimus than you think, man. And he's, I mean, yeah, of course, he seemed like somebody that's just barking orders and stuff, but he's more like, actually, okay, Mirage does tell him a little bit about why Optimus is the way he is, but Ella also seems to kind of be understanding toward Optimus Prime's behavior. Like, what I see when I look at him, you look at him, you see a guy barking orders, but when I look at Optimus Prime, I see pretty much like a big brother looking out for his siblings. Okay, that's a and I kind of would see it as a father with his kids, but that's you know, I think they must have put Big Brother looking out for his siblings in the script because of kind of for Noah to relate to him. So yeah, okay. They get to Peru, and Air Razor, of course, uh tell they have to try to find where it is. Um, there is a scene with that parade that's in the trailer. They have to get through the parade. Noah and Ella, they go through this underground cavern, with the maximal signal insignia and stuff. And so while they're down there, Scourge finds them and attacks again. Um, get another fight with them and the Autobots there. Optimus Prime is, of course, really ticked off about what happened to Bumblebee, and I mean he is really letting Scourge. Him and Scourge are really going at it. While the other Autobots are taking care of his minions. Um, Noah and Ella, they escape some of the foot soldiers and find their way to, of course, the scene that a lot of people have been seeing on YouTube when Optimus Primal shows up. Who are you? Why are you looking for the keys? Uh, Yo, Donkey Kong, stay away from my friends. Mirage, it's okay. Your boy got this. Ah, stranger danger, stranger danger. Yeah, all that there. And of course, Prime, stand down. Come on. I won't ask a second time. And Air Razor come to explain, hey, these are the Autobot, they with us. So yeah, Primal informs them about the where the other key is there. There was a location that Noah and Ella looked, but they didn't find it. They Optimus Primal tells them that's because we moved it for more security, and they lead them to where they've hidden it, which is amongst this which I know is South America. So um, the villagers there that they have taken refuge with, that Primal and his Maximals have become friends with. Um, there's even a brief scene where they where he speaks the native language there. So they got the key. Turns out at some point, Air Razor had got shot by Scourge with some kind of device. She mentions about Scourge leaves his mark on you, and with this device, somehow it takes control of Air Razor, has her acting really wild, and then she ends up bringing the key right to Scourge, and then tries to fight the Maximals, and leads to her and Optimus struggling with Optimus Primal, struggling with each other, and she's like Primal, I can't fight this. Look, Primal, you're just gonna have to destroy. You're just gonna have to destroy me and get that key. Primal, of course, doesn't want to do this. It sort of makes me think of Andros when in Countdown to Destruction of Power Rangers Space, when Zordon was telling him, "You have to shatter my energy tube." This is the only way. So yeah, apparently, sadly, Airazor dies, which is kind of surprising to me because I know she was promoted with Rhinox, Cheetor, and Optimus Primal. So you would think that the four of them would go throughout this whole movie, and because I was thinking she'd be in the climax battle with the other Maximals and the Autobots, and even see her transform like how we see Cheetor, Rhinox, and Optimus. Get to see her in robot mode, but apparently you didn't get that. Yeah, and even though we have two toys of Airazor, the Studio Airazor, which pretty much is like a repaint of the Kingdom of the War for Cybertron and Kingdom Airazor, and also the Deluxe class Airazor, which is the one I really want to get. Where the transformation, her legs become like her wings. Yeah. So yeah, really sad that we did not get to see that. Yeah, so that was, yeah, much like not having Rat Trap. I'm assuming, I'm hoping that maybe there'll be some other movies later where we can see Rat Trap. Maybe it might be possible to bring Airazor back. I don't know if they would do that or if they can, but I would for her to come back. But I would at least hope maybe they somehow have Rat Trap there, or some of the others like Tigatron or something like that, Dinobot. But yeah, like I say, yeah, but it is, but yes, despite the Rat Trap thing, it was really surprising to lose Airazor because I'm like, yeah, it was really, it just killed her off there. Yeah, didn't even get to see her robot mode in the movie. So okay, like I said, that's the two biggest nitpicks is Airazor's death and no Rat Trap. But hopefully, yeah, if they make future movies, um, hopefully they maybe bring Rat Trap and maybe a few other Maximals in the next movie or some sense. Because of the way this movie's about to end, which we get into it. So the way it ends, yeah, it would be implied that there's got to be some more movies there. Um, so after Airazor's death, they figure they have. So apparently, all of them got to band together. Primal informs Prime that yeah, um, a lot, trusting, not only protecting them but trusting the humans, some of the humans like who they've allied with, and then he does Optimus Prime does make known that he is aware Bumblebee was shown kindness by a human, referring to Charlie from the Bumblebee movie. Uh, after a funny line where in earlier where he said, "No more drive-through movies for you, Bumblebee." So, but going back to this, yeah, they have to align themselves, Maximals and Autobots together, and of course, along with Noah and Ella, um, with this little device that he's given by Mirage. People speculated what this is, but and I think the speculation might be. I think they did something kind of close to the speculation, or maybe this is the speculation, but it definitely seems like what they speculated would happen with that little device Noah gets from Mirage when they go to the climax fight. And they all Autobots, Maximals, roll out. Like Rhinox, Cheetor, maximize, and yeah, they get and the transformations are pretty good. Especially, I actually I like sort of have sort of like I said, in Beast Wars, it was CGI, early CGI, so yeah, which it did work with the transformation. Don't get me wrong. It really worked with a show like that. But with the advancements that we have on CGI now, yeah, oh boy, And I see this is probably why they designed them more techno organic instead of full on organic animals, but techno organic kind of. Um, it does make a lot of sense with the transformations with these updated looks and stuff, and even for the especially makes a lot of sense with the toy models that I'll be reviewing in the future. So yeah, I really dig what they're doing with the techno organic look for these big screen movies. Yeah, sort of Beast Machine Transmetal 2 vibe. So yep, so they are all in the fight against Scourge and his boys and his little foot soldiers. Unicron's coming. They're trying to activate the key to get him in. Uh, and there's a moment where Mirage gets wailed on. I mean, yeah, well, because he's trying to protect Noah in order for him and Ella to get to that key. And which makes it where he's getting shot in the back quite a bit. Like, oof. And much like Bumblebee, it looks as if he has died. But of course it doesn't. So only one that's died and doesn't come back in this movie is Airazor. Yeah. Mirage reactivates, and because of that device he gave Noah, he does something. Now, this is what I think people speculated. It's something from a G1 Transform movie where I think, or either the post movie series, where I think either Spike or his son Daniel had this suit that they got from the Transformers that allowed them to fight alongside them. So in this case, it looks like Mirage merges with Noah. Yeah, like so, and it sort of it's almost like I mentioned in an earlier video, like this idea that Case and I came up with once for Transformers called Transformers Emergence, where you merge with the Transformers inside the Spark. But in this case, the Transformer parts build up on him, almost sort of Mega Man style. And especially with the blaster and stuff, I was like, "Oh my goodness, they just did Mega Man." So yeah, him and Optimus, they team up fighting Scourge and stuff like that. And yeah, finally get the key, and there's of course a moment where Optimus Prime is like, "Look, I gotta destroy this thing." He actually does, and they're like, even though this is risking their way home, but at the same time, yeah, they don't want Scourge and his boys to destroy planet Earth. So of course they do destroy it, and this cancels Unicron from coming. But Unicron is still out there and could very well try to come again. I guess he's pretty much the Thanos of this Transformers universe. Yeah, like Thanos when he was coming. I'll do it myself. And of course, the day is saved. Everybody goes back home. Maximo's back in Peru, and the Autobots, everything go back home with Noah and Ella. Then the ending of the movie, and of course, there is a speech from Optimus and even from Noah, which freedom, sacrifice, honor, and work with the humans, that kind of thing. Yeah, which definitely why, it's of course it would sound better coming from him in the movie. Noah ends up getting this job interview, where the guy there that hires Noah asks him about alien robots and everything. Turns out this is like some secret facility, and they even pay for his brother's health care that was mentioned earlier in the movie. And I'm wondering, they didn't really, it looked like it said something else on that card, but I wonder if this is a hint to Sector 7. Maybe maybe something similar to that. Maybe they called it something else for this new, because it's supposed to be like a reboot universe there. Yeah, it's not. So maybe they might be doing something else for this reboot universe that started with Bumblebee, of course. Um, and then of course you get another scene where he actually gets Mirage back to life and everything by fixing them up and everything. So, oh, and also I forgot to mention, speaking of coming back to life, how Bumblebee came back to life during the climax fight was it was some type of there was some energon in that area where the Maximals were, and when that machine got activated that they were trying to get the key out of, it triggered the energon, and Bumblebee comes back and makes a, a kick butt entrance coming out of Stratosphere when he opens up and come down shooting the little minions in the sky. Say, hey, I made a comeback. So that's how Bumblebee came back, and of course changes to his muscle car mode there. Excuse me. And of course, with all that, yeah, the movie ends. Yeah, we stayed while the critics were playing, thinking they were going to show some other information, but they didn't. So, yeah, like I say, there is a couple of things, but after they show that secret organization that Noah gets hired for, that's pretty much going to be it. It's just going to be critics, and that's it. So, yeah, in case any of y'all staying behind for. And see, I'm telling you, like I said at the beginning, like I said at the beginning of the live stream, spoilers. So because I've actually seen this movie now, yeah. So yeah, that was another reason, like why I was like to the guy that kept telling me Rat Trap ain't gonna be in the movie. Yes, even though no, he wasn't. But at that moment, movie hadn't even come out. Not it was I think it was like yesterday or Monday when we was having this conversation. Movie's not even out, not even for the early showings. I'm like, look, just let me find out for myself because you got to find out for yourself too. So yeah, they talking about what he had found like on the net and all that with the casting and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, still you still got to go. Even if you read up about it, you still got to go see it. Now, when you go see it, then like I'm doing right here, talk about it because at least then you've seen it there, so you know what's in the movie and everything. So yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's yeah, like I say, really good movie. Definitely go check it out. It's I think it's like I think it's like 2 hours, maybe a little bit under, but it's pretty much close to 2 hours. Now it's not even over 2 hours. It's pretty much like the Bumblebee movie a little bit. Maybe I would say between the Bumblebee length and the 2 hour mark. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely hope there be some more made where we can maybe get more stuff with not only just with the Transformer, but even more with the Maximals. Maybe even again bringing forth other characters like Rat Trap or Dinobot or Tigatron. Maybe possibly bring Air Razor back and even introduce the Predacons there. And of course eventually maybe have Unicron trying to come again. So yeah, so let's so definitely hoping for more of that. Um, like what you saw in this, what you see in this stream here. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Buy some available comic books to help support the channel, as well as also support us on Patreon. You can also sponsor a video, and like my boy Hunter did for the Little Mermaid one that we went to see last weekend. And he's like, well, wait, why are you doing this on a live stream if this would be a well, there's no sponsor for this video. So if there had been a sponsor for this, I wouldn't be doing this as a live stream. I would be pre-recorded in order to make edits to make sure the sponsor is in there and all that, like with Kings. So yeah, and then plus, like I said, I wanted to go and have this up tonight. So yeah, definitely did it as a live stream this time to make sure you guys get this. And like I say, do all that. And we will see y'all in the next video. Look forward to some toy reviews, and also book signing August the 5th here at the Shreve Memorial Library, Moortown branch, from 1 to 4, August the 5th, Saturday, Shreveport. As a Shreve Memorial Library, Moortown branch. And also issue number 2 of Yumiko is about to be available. It may be available now, but like I said, I hadn't been to the site yet. So when I go there, I'll check it all out and try to, if it's available, try to get some copies of it to have on hand. So definitely place your orders in for our comic books, as I said before, especially the new one that's coming out. And we will see y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody. Oh, yeah.